Welcome to Fit for Golf. Jack Nicklaus was once asked about the golf swing, and he said, "I'm more of a legs player than a hands player." We all know how important stability and strength in the legs are for our golf swing. Today we're going to present to you an intermediate level leg workout you can do from the comfort of your own home. No equipment's necessary, so let's get started. Hey guys, thanks for joining us on this workout. We are doing legs today based on the Jack Nicklaus quote. If you haven't done leg exercises before, this is an intermediate level. I suggest you look for the one that we did, a little leg workout we did that's for beginners. That one's labeled Gary Player. So go ahead and find that. Or just play along with us today and we'll do the intermediate workout together. So we're going to start with some balance work. So we're going to place our left foot on the ground. We're going to bring our right foot forward and off the ground. If you haven't done balance work before, it's okay to hold on to the wall. If you need a chair, that's fine. My little trick is pick a spot on the wall in front of you and kind of focus on that. That'll help you with your balance. If your left leg is a little bit wobbly, that's fine. That means we're building the muscles of stability. We work on balance for that very reason. So let's move our right foot out to the right. Again, you can see as the left leg is wobbly, that's normal, that's a good thing. Okay, the more we're wobbling like this, the more we're working the little muscles and building stability. So when you have an uphill lie, a side hill lie, maybe you're on the side of a bunker, you're going to be more stable in your legs. You can swing freely with a stable base and not worry about injury. Let's move the right foot to the back. It's off the ground. We're holding here. Again, if you're new to balance, use the wall, that's fine. Stare at one little spot on the wall in front of you. Very good. Place the right foot down. And we're going to step the left foot forward off the ground and hold. It's fine to be out here with your arms for balance. We're just going to hold. Breathing deeply. Focus on your one spot on the wall. Again, balance is extremely important to build stability. Not also in your knees, but also to a lesser extent in your ankles and your hips. So we have that odd lie, you'll have a nice solid base to swing around. Let's move the left foot out to the left. And when you're in this position, you'll start to feel it here in your hips. That's good. Again, we're building the muscles in the hips. Adding to that stability as we hold here. Breathing deeply. Focus on your one spot on the wall. Especially as we transition from front to back, from front to side to back. Okay, very good. We're going to point the left foot back off the ground, focusing on that one spot on the wall. Again, you can use the wall if you need to, if you're new to balancing, or even put a chair in front of you. That also helps. Very good. One more deep breath. Okay, both feet on the ground. You can shake that out a little bit. I want you to go a little bit wider than hip width apart with your feet. Okay, we're going to start working the larger muscle groups now. So we're going to bend at the knees. We're going to drop our bottom down, trying to stay upright in the chest as you pretend you're sitting in a chair. In yoga, this is called a chair pose. I wonder why. Okay, if you can only get this far, that's fine. We're going to hold here for a little bit. So try to force yourself a little bit lower if you can. If you can only get this far, do the best you can with it. We're trying to sink down here to about 90 degrees, bent at the knees. Again, your chest should be forward. Use your arms for counterbalance here. And we're holding. Nice deep breath. We're holding. We're going to slowly stand in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly. Stand. Very good. Shake that out. Take a nice deep breath. Catch your breath here. And we'll repeat the sequence a little bit wider than hip width apart. Bending at the knees, our chest is high, we're dropping our bottom. My arms are coming out as I go lower, just for counterbalance. My weight is towards my heels and my feet, and I'm dropping to try to get to 90 degrees. We're holding here. We're holding here. Again, do the best you can to get down nice and low. We're going to slowly stand in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly. Stand. Let's shake that out. Again, this is intermediate. This is really hard. I do recommend the beginner one before you move on to this one, but we're halfway through, so we might as well push through. Let's go. We're gonna go wider with the feet, probably about twice as wide as you were. Okay, we're gonna keep our chest high. We're gonna bend at the knees. We're gonna drop our bottom. Same thing like we're gonna sit in a chair, only we're wide this time. You're gonna really feel a difference. You're gonna start to feel it in your groin. You're really gonna feel it in your hips. You might not be able to drop as low from here, but do the best you can to drop the bottom as low as you can get it. Again, your chest is high, you're breathing deeply. Your arms can be out in front for balance. We're dropping down and holding here. We're gonna slowly stand in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Shake that out, walk it out a little bit. Nice deep breath. We're gonna go nice and wide again. Repeat the sequence. We're gonna bend at the knees. Drop your bottom down. Hands can come forward for counterbalance. Your weight should shift towards your heels as you get lower. And hold. Again, you should really feel the difference here between the normal chair pose and the wider chair pose. Feeling that in the hips, a little in the glutes, and somewhat in your groin. We're gonna hold, and we'll slowly stand in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Let's shake that out. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. Work your way onto your back. Your hands can be on your sides, palms down. I would like your heels up as close to the bottom as you can. So bend those knees, work those heels up towards your bottom. Nice deep breath here. Good. Now we're going to work our glutes, a little bit of our quads. So I want you to push off your feet, raise your pelvis off the ground, squeezing your glutes, driving the pelvis nice and high. Your weight should be on your shoulders and your shoulder blades. Squeezing the glutes, driving off your heels. Holding here. Again, working major muscle groups. We worked tiny muscles for stability. Now we're working the big muscle groups for power. Power in that golf swing. You can drive off your legs. We're holding here. Raise your pelvis a little higher for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax down. Let's take a couple of nice deep breaths. Catch your breath here. Very good. Palms by your side. We're driving off our heels, raising your pelvis up, squeezing the glutes. The weight is on your shoulders and shoulder blades. Holding here. Holding here. Breathing deeply. Trying to maintain soft in the face. We're not real tense and squeezing our face muscles. We're squeezing our glutes. We're working our quads. Raise your pelvis a little higher for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax down. Take a couple of nice deep breaths here. You can straighten your legs so your heels are on the ground. I'm going to turn and face you a little bit, but you can stay right where you are. Now work our hips a little bit. Okay, so we're on our back, our heels are on the ground. Your palms can stay by your side. We're going to raise the left heel off the ground 6 to 9 inches, and we're going to hold. Here we're going to start recruiting some ab muscles to hold the leg up. You're working the hip muscles, a little bit of glutes, a little bit of quads. Again, the bigger muscle groups here. What I want you to do now is, I want you to keep the heel as high off the ground as it is. We're going to move the left foot out to the left as far as you can go. The toe is still pointed up at the ceiling. And we're holding here. Again, this is going to hit you a little different. You're going to feel it more in your glute and your hips as we hold the leg up, toes pointed at the ceiling. You're recruiting your abs to help hold the leg up. Now we're going to, toes that are pointed at the ceiling, we're going to point them to the left. So the inside of your foot is now facing the ceiling. You want to keep the foot low. Don't want it to be way up off the ground. Again, 6 to 9 inches. Keeping the leg straight. Holding here. You can tell it hits the muscles a little bit differently than when your toe is pointed at the ceiling. Very good. Now keeping the foot 6 to 9 inches off the ground. We're going to bend the left knee. Good. It gives us a nice stretch in the hip. A couple of deep breaths here. Good. Bring the left knee to center and straighten the left leg, heel to the ground. Whew. Take a nice deep recovery breath. Let's repeat the sequence on the right side. We're raising the right heel 6 to 9 inches off the ground. Squeezing the quads to make that happen. You're recruiting some of the abs muscles to hold the foot up. Palms are by your side. We're breathing deeply and holding here. Toes pointed at the sky. Just holding. Good. Keeping the heel as high off the ground as it is. We're going to move the right foot out to the right as far as you can go. Your toes are still pointed up at the ceiling. Okay, again, you're going to really feel that in your right hip, your right glute, building that hip muscle, building the hip strength, the hip stability. Your leg might be shaking. That's normal, especially if you've never done this before. Keeping the toe pointed up at the ceiling, using the abs to help hold the foot up. Very good. The toes that are pointed at the ceiling, we're going to point to the right. So the inside of our foot is now facing the ceiling. Again, we don't want the foot to come up. We want to stay 6 to 9 inches off the ground. The right leg is straight. Palms are by your side. Breathing deeply. Holding here. Good. Keeping the foot at the same height it's at. We're going to bend the right knee as high up towards your shoulder as you can get it. And hold. Now we're recruiting both glutes. Squeezing that to make it happen. Breathing deeply. Holding. Good. Let's bring that right knee to center and straighten the right leg out. You did a good job. Take a couple of nice deep breaths and we'll work our way up to standing. Shake that out a little bit. A couple of deep breaths. We're almost done. Stick with us here. Let's go nice and wide. As wide as you can go with your feet. You notice I'm not just you can slowly shuffle your way to wide. My toes are forward. Okay, we're going to do the same thing as the chair pose. We're going to bend only one knee. So we're going to bend the right knee. Our left leg is going to stay straight. Your bottom's going to drop to the right over the right foot. You're going to feel a nice stretch on the left side. You're going to feel some work in your quads and your glutes here on the right side, chest high. What I want you to do is kind of just launch back to center off that right foot. Because when we get back to the back of our backswing in the golf swing, we're going to drive off this leg. So we're really going to be pushing off. So we're building strength here. On the count of 3, I want you to kind of blast off back to center. 1, 2, 3. And slowly squat back down to the right, bending the right leg. The left leg stays straight. We're going to blast off in 1, 2, 3. One more time. Bend that right knee, drop the bottom down. 1, 2, 3. Good. Let's bring the feet back to center. Walk it out a little bit. You're going to really feel it in your hip. That's good. Building that leg muscle. Generating more power, the better we can push off. So let's work our way to very wide. Not everyone's right-handed. Some lefties might want to do the other side. But it's good to have symmetry anyway. So we're nice and wide. Our toes are forward. We're bending the left knee. Our bottom drops to the left. Chest stays high. The right leg is straight. You're getting a nice stretch. So you drop your bottom down and hold. We're going to blast off that left foot. 1, 2, 3. Slowly drop back down. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Bending the left knee, slowly back down. And we'll blast back to center in 1, 2, 3. Good. Work your way back to standing. Take a nice deep breath here. We're going to finish just like we started with some balance work. Okay, so you're planting your left foot on the ground. Your right leg comes up, bending the right knee. So you're 90 degrees at the hips, 90 degrees at the knees. Breathing deeply, catch your breath here. Arms out to the side. Now here's the tricky part. If you can only do this, do this. You want to push yourself a little bit more. We're going to turn to the right, trying to get our torso facing the right wall. As we keep the knee straight ahead, I don't want you flaring out. Try to keep the knee straight. Twisting to the right. Back to center. And now twist to the left. Find one spot on that left wall to stare at, to focus on, to help you with your balance. Keep that right knee up. Breathing deeply on the exhale, twist a little more. Good. Back to center. Drop the right foot down. Shake it out. Plant the right foot down. Bending the left knee, the left foot comes up. 90 degrees of the hips, 90 degrees of the knees, our toes forward. Holding here, we're going to repeat the sequence. So your arms are up. Again, if this is as good as you can do and you don't want to mess with the twist, that's fine. Do the best you can. We got our arms out. We're going to twist to the right. Maybe. Keeping that left knee up. Trying to turn our chest to the side wall. Breathing deeply on the exhale, twist a little more. Good, back to center. And turn to the left. Fighting to keep the knee straight and not flaring out to the side. We're twisting to the left here. On the exhale, twist a little more. Good, back to center. Drop the left knee. You've made it through the intermediate leg workout. Take a couple of nice deep breaths with me to catch your breath here. Breathing deep from the gut. Fill your lungs all the way. And hold. Exhale. One more time. Nice deep breath. And hold. Exhale. If you've enjoyed this workout, please tell your friends. Like, share, subscribe. Maybe you'd like to check out some of my other videos. There's a whole off-season core strength and flexibility series for beginners, intermediates, and more advanced. So go ahead and check those out. Have a great day. Thanks again for joining us.